Good morning, everyone. Happy 4th of July.
I decorated the house.
Yeah, do you want to show the camera real quick? See, we got red, white, or blue and red star streamers.
And
We
then
got the flag,
we got this tablecloth.
flag tablecloth, flags everywhere. America, right? Yeah, let's go. He had the very good idea to celebrate and decorate. And he got all the decorations, and he helped my grandma put them up.
And today we're leaving on a trip.
They're going to Salt Lake to see Monster Jam World Finals. What? That's crazy.
It's just a half an hour.
The flight is maybe a little bit longer than that, but maybe. I don't know. I never flew to Salt Lake. I only drove there. But we were going to read, we were supposed to read Bread and Jam for Francis, but we couldn't find it. So we're going to get another one soon. We saw it at the bookstore today, and we remembered that it was one of our favorites. So
And I wanted it, but
I didn't want to buy it because I thought we had it, and maybe we do. So I'm going to look in a few other places. But we found best.
because you never know.
You never know. That was like that one was probably like $6 too, though. I should have gotten it. You're right. But this one is Best Friends for Francis.
You shouldn't have gotten it.
I just didn't get it because I thought we had it, buddy. I thought I knew exactly where it was. And I was wrong. And I'm sorry. But we have a book by the same author with the same character. So Best Friends for Francis is another book about Francis, who is a badger. Right? She's a badger. It's like, I was going to say raccoon, but I don't think she's a raccoon. So the author, Russell Hoban, writes the words, and his wife, Lillian Hoban, does the pictures, which I think is adorable. Yeah, we got Francis with a bundle of flowers. Wonder who that's for. And he dedicated the book to Francis's friends everywhere. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Okay. It was a pleasant summer morning.
No, read it in British.
Right, British. It was a pleasant summer morning, so Frances took her bat and her ball and some chocolate sandwich cookies and went outside. Those are Oreo cookies. Anyway, will you play ball with me? Frances's little sister, Gloria, called to her as she was leaving. No, said Frances, you are too little. Gloria sat down on the back steps and cried. Frances walked over to her friend Albert's house, singing a little song. Sisters that are much too small to throw a catch or bat a ball are really not much good at all, except for crying. So we got Frances going off with some bats and some balls, and her little sister, and Gloria's crying on the steps because she feels left out. And
She's like, come on, friends, let me do it too.
Exactly, and she should include her little sister. So,
But she just said she's too little. That's rude.
I agree, and maybe Frances will come to the same conclusion by the end of the book. But
What do you?
in the first book, Gloria is just a little tiny baby. She can't even talk yet, so she's gotten older.
In the first book, which is this one.
Bread and Jam. Remember, Gloria is just a tiny baby? She's like, even Gloria is over there eating spaghetti, and she's just a baby. Why don't I get spaghetti? Like, after she's sick of the bread and the jam. Anyway, it's okay. Sorry. Maybe. So.
And you said I shouldn't have gotten it. You're right.
No, I wish I had gotten it. Now that I know we don't know where it is, but I really thought it was on that shelf, so I'm sorry. Buddy, it's okay. We're gonna get one. We're either gonna find the one we already have, or I'm gonna buy a new one. It's okay. I like this book too.
We'll get one the next time we come back.
Yeah, when you come back,
Alright.
we'll go to Barnes on Monday, and if you want to see that movie with me and Adam on Monday or
But-
Tuesday,
But,
the Formula One movie.
oh, yes. Guys, we're on the Formula One qualifying.
Yeah, he's gonna go to the actual event in November, but they made a movie about it, and I would like to watch it with you in the theater.
But still, I'm going to the real event.
He is going to the live Vegas event on the Strip, in person.
And
I think you're going to qualifiers with Grandma, but I think you're going to the real thing with Grandpa Kevin. I'm not sure though.
she asked him, and he said, sure. So, yes.
Yeah. So, anyway, Frances is leaving to her friend Albert's. When Frances got to Albert's house, he was just coming out and he was carrying a large, heavy-looking brown paper bag. Let's play baseball, said Frances. I can't, said Albert. Today is my wandering day. Where do you wander? Said Frances. I don't know, said Albert. I just go around until I get hungry and then I eat my lunch. That looks like a big lunch, said Frances. It's nothing much, said Albert. 4 or 5 sandwiches and some apples and bananas and 2 packages of cupcakes and a quart of chocolate milk. That is a big lunch. Can I wander with you? Asked Frances. I only have 1 lunch, said Albert. I'll bring my own, said Frances. I'll run home and get it right away. No, said Albert. I think I better go myself. The things I do on my wandering days aren't things you can do. What? Why? Because she's a girl? I think it's because she's a girl. That's what he's saying. Like what? Said Frances.
One time, that reminds me of
It's okay.
And, it reminds me in Coast City one time, Penny, wanted to become part of the car patrol, and she couldn't. And
Why couldn't she?
because she was a girl, she
Was a girl?
and then
Do you have to go
they
pee, buddy?
did, huh?
Do you have to go pee or are you just excited?
Huh?
Do you have to go potty yet?
You said, are you just excited?
Yeah, like are you dancing because you have to pee or are you dancing because you're just talking and you're excited? 'Cause if you have to pee, we can pause it and I'll edit it together.
Excited.
Okay, you're just excited. Okay, we're good.
And then they needed Penny's help because they were trapped on a earth slide.
So they said, no, you can't join, but then they ended up needing her?
Yeah, but then they ended up saying sorry to her and
Being like, you can join.
yeah.
Yeah, see, it's similar to this story. They're like, you're not good enough. And then they're like, oh, wait, we're in a bad spot. We need your help. Oh, wait, maybe you're good enough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, everyone matters and everyone has a role to play
And
and everyone can bring something to the table.
Smush.
That's why I like this book. It tells that story. So he's like, I do things you can't do. And she's like what? Said Frances. Catching snakes, said Albert. Throwing stones at telephone poles. A little frog work, maybe. Walking on fences. Whistling with grass blades. Looking for crow feathers. I haven't read this book in a while. I can do all that, said Frances. Except for the frog work and the snakes. That's what I mean, said Albert. I'd have to ruin the whole day showing you how. I'll see you tomorrow. Then Albert went off to wander, and Frances walked slowly home with her bat and ball, singing. Fat boys that eat too much lunch can't do a thing but munch and crunch and play with snakes and frogs. When Frances got home, Gloria said, Will you play ball with me now? You can't bat and you can't catch, said Francis. You can't throw either. I can't if you stand close, said Gloria. All right, said Francis, and she played ball with Gloria. There she is, playing ball with her little sister. Don't worry, it's because she has no other option. Sorry.
Why didn't she say, I'll get my own?
Well, because he was saying you can't come because I don't have enough food for 2 people. So she was like, I'll bring my own food. He's like, nah, it's boy stuff. And she was like, most of that's both people's stuff except the snakes and the frogs. It's funny. Okay.
No more.
No more.
No more.
No more. Mwah.
Mush.
Mush, mush.
I'm going to miss you.
I'm gonna miss you, but you're gonna have so much fun with Grandma, and you're gonna be as patient and perfect as you were this morning, and show me and her that you can be awesome and helpful and. Okay, let's keep going. You gotta get ready soon, so gotta hurry. Okay, I'm gonna feed him a bite. The next morning, when Francis went to Albert's house, Albert was playing ball with his friend Harold. Who's Harold?
Huh?
I'm just kidding. Yep. Okay. Friend Harold. Can I play? Said Francis. She's not much good, said Harold to Albert. And besides, this is a no-girls game. Can't I play? Said Francis to Albert. Well, it is a no-girls game, said Albert. All right, said Francis. Then I will go home and play a no-boys game with my sister Gloria. Mr. Fat Albert, so ha, ha, ha. Frances walked home, and as she walked, she sang, boys to throw and catch and bat are all the friends that Mr. Fat Albert will have from now on. He will not have me. So this is her trying to play with the boys, and they're like, no, girls allowed. This is him or her walking home like, I don't need you boys. You guys are lame. Wait, you're a boy. Sorry, never mind. Forget I said that. When Francis got home, Gloria said, how did you play so fast that you were home so soon? It was a fast game, said Francis. You're lucky that you have friends to play with, said Gloria. I wish I had a friend. I thought Ida was your friend, said Francis. Ida is away at camp, said Gloria. And when she is here, she only wants to play dolls at tea party. She never wants to catch frogs or play ball. Can you catch frogs?
Ida?
Asked Ida to one of her preschool friends, I guess. Can you catch frogs? Said Francis. I used Father's old hat, said Gloria. Shall I show you how? Later, said Francis. Do you want to play ball? All right, said Gloria. If any boys come, they can't play, said Francis. And I think I will be your friend now. How can a sister be a friend, said Gloria. You'll see, said Francis. For frogs and ball and tea parties and dolls, said Gloria. Yes, said Francis. Sorry, I'm not doing the voice thing very well today. Yeah, so this is Francis coming home to Gloria and them deciding to be friends. And will you show me how to print my name, said Gloria, and tell me what the letters and numbers say when I make letters and numbers? Yes, said Francis. Then you will be my best friend, said Gloria. Will it just be today or longer? Longer, said Francis. And today we are going to do something big with no boys. What? Said Gloria. We will have an outing, said Francis. And there will be a picnic and songs and games and prizes. Mother helped Francis and Gloria get everything ready and packed in Francis's wagon. So this is Mother packing their outing. They're gonna pull it on a wagon so they don't need no boys. So they can pull a wagon. Okay, anyway.
We're going on a trip.
You are. What time is it? You're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. Okay, we're totally fine. Okay.
But you just said we better hurry.
Oh, I'm just saying I need to get you fed. But Grandma's still getting herself ready, so me and you are hanging out and eating breakfast. We gotta finish this book anyway. Do you have to pee? Are you lying? Okay. So, then Frances and Gloria went off to the outing. In the wagon was a picnic lunch and a hamper. There were also 2 burlap sacks for the sack race, an egg for the egg toss, and a jar with 2 frogs in it that Gloria had caught for the frog jumping contest. And there were balloons and lollipops for prizes. Frances had made a sign to carry on the outing too. It said, "Best friends outing. No boys." So there's Mother wishing them a good time. And there's the 2 girls on their outing. No boys allowed.
It doesn't say that.
It literally says no boys. She liked Albert until he shunned her, so it's not about like boys versus girls. Like that's what it starts out as. But maybe you're gonna realize that it's not about that. But anyway, Frances and Gloria held the sign high as they passed Albert's house, and Frances sang, "When best friends have an outing, there are jolly times in store. There are games and there are prizes. There is also something more. There is something in a hamper. There is something good to eat. When best friends have an outing, it's a very special treat. With no boys." "What is in that hamper?" asked Albert, as he came running out of his house. "I don't know," said Frances. "Nothing much. Hard-boiled eggs and whole fresh tomatoes. Carrot and celery sticks. There are some cream cheese and chive sandwiches, I think. And cream cheese and jelly sandwiches,
He
too."
with his dad.
No, he's by himself. He doesn't have anyone to play with right now. And that's why he cares about Frances.
No. Does he have parents?
Oh, yeah, they have parents. They all have parents.
No. Albert.
Albert has parents, yes. His parents are at work, and he's bored at home with no one to play with. That's why he's interested in what the girls are doing. He wasn't interested when he had someone to play with. That's what the lesson is. There are some cream, cheese, and chive sandwiches, I think. And cream cheese and jelly sandwiches, too. And salami and egg and pepper and egg sandwiches. And coleslaw, potato chips. And, of course, ice-cold root beer packed in ice. And watermelon and strawberries and cream for dessert. So there's Frances with her sign singing. And Albert's like, "Ooh, what's all that going on?"
And Albert's like, "What's going on out here?"
Yeah, and before she would have been happy to include him, but he was a jerk to her. So she's like, "How's it feel?"
What do you mean, jerk?
Like he was like, "Oh, you're a girl. You can't play with us." So now she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna play with my girlfriend, who's also my sister." So the moral of the story is friends are special and you should include them all the time because they're your friend and it doesn't matter if they're good or bad at things, they are your friend and that's the best thing. And family can also be your best friend. Okay. And there are other things I forget, like black and green olives and pickles and popsicles and probably some pretzels and things like that. Do you like pickles? She's just bragging. She's trying to make him feel bad, and it's working. And he should feel bad, by the way. And there are salt and pepper shakers and napkins and a checked tablecloth, which is the way girls do it. "Could I come along on the eating?" said Albert. "You mean outing," said Frances. "Outing, I mean," said Albert. "Could I come along? That wagon looks very heavy to pull, and you will probably get all tired out unless I help you." "I don't know," said Frances. "You can see from the sign that this is a no boys outing, and it is only for best friends." "What good is an outing without boys?" said Albert. "It is just as good as A ball game without girls, said Francis. And maybe a whole lot better, said Francis.
Oh God, folks, I gotta get ready soon.
I know, we're gonna finish. It's almost over. Can't I be a best friend? Asked Albert. I don't think it is the kind of thing you can do, said Francis. And it would ruin my whole day to have to explain to you. So they're still at his doorstep. Francis is like, I just don't know. I don't think you got it. No, I wouldn't want to have to bore myself or waste my time. Anyway, I can do it, said Gloria. I can be a best friend and I can catch frogs too. I can catch frogs and snakes, said Gloria. Let him be a best friend, said Gloria, and he can show me how to catch snakes.
Who's that?
That's Albert and this is Gloria.
Why is he going?
Shh, you haven't gotten that part. We're reading. I'll get my snake pillowcase right away, said Albert. Well, I'm not sure, said Francis. Maybe you'll be best friends when it is Goodsey and the Hamper time, but how about when it is no girls baseball time? When we are best friends, there won't be any no girls baseball, said Albert. All right, said Francis, and she crossed out the no boys on the sign. Then they started off again. Albert pulled the wagon to the outing place while Francis and Gloria walked ahead with the sign. Now they're all walking, it just says best friends outing. All are included. Okay. The outing place was at the maple tree on the hill by the pond. Everybody had a good time there. First, Albert caught a snake for Gloria, and then they played games. Gloria won the sack race, Francis won the egg toss, and Albert won the frog jumping contest with a fresh frog he caught right there at the pond. So everybody won a prize. Then Francis made up a party song and everybody sang it. When the wasps and the bumblebees have a party, nobody comes that can't buzz. When the chicks and the ducklings have an outing, everyone has to wear furs. When the frog and the snake have their yearly clam bake, there's plenty of wiggling and hopping. They splash in the pond and the marshes beyond, and everyone gets to sopping. They're all singing. Sopping means like crying, I think. They're having a good time. Okay. And at the best friends outing, said Albert, everyone has to eat, don't they?
Maybe.
Yes, said Francis and Gloria, and they opened the hamper. Maybe we packed too much, said Francis. I'm not sure we can eat it all. That is what best friends are for, said Albert, as he quickly spread the tablecloth and rubbed his tummy. I will help you finish it all. That is what Albert did, and when the picnic was over, the hamper was not heavy at all. So the girls ate what they could, and their boyfriend, not their boyfriend, the male who was also their friend, finished it all, because men are human garbage disposals.
Why was I worried that we couldn't finish it?
Well, because the girls have smaller tummies, but he's a boy, so he has a bigger appetite. I call that a good outing, said Albert. And he gave Francis and Gloria a ride in the wagon while he pulled it all the way home.
Oh no.
He's pulling the wagon home. They're getting a ride. They don't even have to walk. Very helpful. The next morning, Albert came over with a bunch of daisies for Francis. What were the daisies for? Said Francis. Well, said Albert, we are best friends now, and I am a boy, so that makes me your best boyfriend. And that is why I brought you the daisies. Thank you, said Francis. Then Gloria sat down on the steps and cried.
Again.
Why are you crying again? Said Francis. Oh, so Albert brought Francis daisies, and now Gloria's sad. Because now you have Albert to be your best boyfriend and bring you flowers and play ball with, said Gloria, and you won't be my best friend anymore. Yes, I will, said Francis. And besides, I am not sure that I'm going to let Albert be my boyfriend. Then let him be mine, said Gloria. Not so fast, said Francis. It was only yesterday that you got to be big enough to play baseball. But I will give you half the daisies
We'll have to
Albert
get
gave
ready
me.
soon.
I know, we're almost done. So Francis gave Gloria half the daisies, and Gloria stopped crying. Then Harold came over, and everybody played baseball. Gloria, too.
What was he up? What was she upset about?
Well, she thought now that Frances had a friend her own age who was also a boy, she would forget about her again, like she forgot about her at the beginning. But I think the moral of the story is nobody takes anyone for granted, and they all want to include each other because they realize how special friends are and how hard they are to come by. Anyway, that's our story. He has to get ready for his big trip to Salt Lake and Monster Jam World Finals. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, and I'll be back in a few days. Bye.
Bye, Toots.